Hello, welcome to Market Watch. It is time to discuss the Digimon trading card game market, and today we're going back to something that people liked when I did it last time, the Baller Market Watch. That's right. Today, as we approach National Season, or maybe someone wants to give themselves a nice Christmas gift with some Max Rarity Digimon card game cards, this might be the one for you. Whether or not you want to have it just to collect, whether or not you just want to flex at Nationals, whether or not you just want to sit across from the table and see someone with low rarity cards and you just want to say, you know what, I have better cards than you do. Or maybe, you want to be the guy that sells the cards for the high prices or low prices, depending on what they are. There's a reason for everyone, unless you don't like max rarity cards, then whatever. This one's not for you. But I think it's important to watch anyway, because maybe you have some of these cards and you might want to sell them for Nationals and all that. So yeah, let's get into it, talk about it today. If you guys like this, please like, comment, subscribe, and turn the notification bell and the smash potatoes. I don't know what I just said there, but you know what I mean. And you know when all my Digimon videos go live if you do that. So that's pretty cool. As for tradition, Omnimon's here. This is the Blitz Omni that people still play from BT5. Max Rarity Corner TCG player, $600. You can get it for less, so definitely look around for less. But that's a thing. Before we move on to the max rarity stuff, this is all technically max rarity stuff too. All these new cards coming out tomorrow in the special limited set. Now, I know some of you are going to say there were some really cheap pre-sales. There were for some of these cards. As you can see here, once $3 cards. I think they were plus shipping or whatever. But then it exploded and someone paid way too much money, and that's where we are. Do definitely approach with caution. Because the set will come out tomorrow. That's what I plan on, getting all my copies for all my decks, if they'll come. By the way, Canapo situation, still unchanged. I'll check if we have a recent email from them today, maybe. No, we got nothing. So, no change. Nothing. It's getting worse. So, it might be a while before I get some scrambles. That's okay. Whatever. But, you should definitely consider grabbing some tomorrow. Absolutely. Don't wait on these cards. Alright. Let's talk about Ukkomons. I'm going to give you guys the sampling, okay? If I went into every meta-relevant max rarity card that you could see at Nationals, we would be here until tomorrow. So I'm just giving you guys the sampling, the taste. And if you guys want to look at other max rarity cards on your own, by all means, it's your life. You do whatever you want. This Ukkomon here is $67, but let me remind you that this is the max rarity version of Ukkomon, the regional champion stamp, the much harder Ukkomon to get, with a good artwork. Look at the Ukkomon playing with the butterflies, and that's so cute. Anyway, yeah, $200. That's the flex. This one's the flex. You either have 4 of this or you don't. That's just how that goes. I've said it before. I won't go into it again. Max Rarity Purple Hybrid Engine has kind of decreased in price a little bit, which is nice. You can get 4 copies of each Purple Hybrid combined for roughly $320, which isn't too bad for this really, really good engine. And yeah, maybe one of Max Rarity Tamers too. Well, whatever. There's $20 almost right there, and there's $32 right there. Depending on what other cards you play, like I didn't bring it up, but there is Loimon, for instance. Loimon here, pre-release stamp, or release event, sorry, really isn't worth that much here. Not right now, anyway. So, that's where we are. Purple Hybrid, depends also what you want to throw in it, right? Maybe you're going to play Mervamon cards, so you might want Max Rated Mervamons. That might add a bit of a price chunk. Maybe you're going to play Alt-Art Ruin modes. That'll add a bit of a price chunk to you. Stuff like that, right? It's a reasonable deck to max rarity. It's not the craziest deck to max rarity. We'll get there soon enough, don't you worry. Red Hybrid. This is a deck that isn't that crazy to max rarity either. If you get 4 of this, you're at $200. You get 4 of this one, with shipping, you're at another $100. So $300 to get 4 of each max rarity Ancient Greymon. Yeah, you might want Blitz Omnis, and that might be the price gap difference if you want to do that. That's up to you. But the rest of the stuff in the deck, assuming you're playing the Ancient Greymon version, isn't that expensive. Because, like, the Takuyas and all that, they're not that expensive. The only Takuya that is really expensive is the Digivice promo one, which you don't even play in this version of Red Hybrid, right? So, like, that's not bad. You look at the price of Takuyas, they're not terrible. Like, it's reasonable. It's all reasonable stuff. So, it's not a bad time to max rarity red hybrid, unless you're wanting Omnimons. Then you might have a bad time. Like, I play 3. That could be a little bit crazy, and I understand that. Ancient Garurumon. Blue hybrid is even cheaper. Unless you want Ukkomons, then it's not. Because, again, you would need these Ukkomons, right? Max rarity Ukkomons. It can get up there in price depending on what else you play. You're not playing the expensive Koji. You're not going to do that. But, like, maybe you have Ukkomons, right? Or some other aggro engine. Maybe you're playing Hexablau. Maybe you're playing Hexablau. That's a $45 max rarity card right there, depending on how many cards you want to play. All in all, not too bad, though. If you want max rarity Ukkomons, it gets a little bit crazier. But, you know, this is a card you'll see everywhere. Getting into the Galaxy side, though, you know, we have the Hexablau, right? You might play that. You also might play Cressamon or Flaremon. You might do that. Well, the regional champion stamps at $300 a pop. They are. Max rarity in this deck is not cheap. It's not. Luckily, the Lunamon and all that is cheap for alt arts, right? $10 for that alt art really isn't that bad. $5 for that one. These guys are really, really cheap now as well. Everything else is kind of expensive. Some people, you know, tech in their lottery ace cards, like Imperial Paladin Mode Ace. We'll get to that. That's a pretty penny if you want to do that. So, the price of the deck is how you're going to play it, really. But my current version of the deck, mine personally, plays this and this. Well, the red one. So, like, it would be expensive if I was max rating it. It's kind of crazy. You might play Mirage Galgamon in it. Luckily, Mirage Galgamon right now is pretty cheap to max rarity. So if you're playing a couple copies for the Galaxy deck, not bad. $18 a copy. If you're playing Mirage, well, this is a max rarity deck. That's really easy to max rarity. 4 of this, 3 of this costs you what? $345 basically. $350 with shipping. That's nothing compared to some of the other decks. You know, yeah, you might play the Hexablau 1 or 2 copies, okay. And if you really want the Paladin Mode Ace, yeah, that's fine. But I wouldn't even play Paladin Mode Ace in Mirage Galgamon, so I wouldn't do that. And the rest of the stuff in the deck is super cheap. Like, it's just really, really, really inexpensive stuff. It's not expensive at all. Like, your Thomas's max rarities are nothing. Hawkenmon, if you're playing that, is worth nothing. If you're playing Zudomon Ace, that's the only other card that might give you some cringing. Because as you can see, the lottery card version of this, you play 2 copies of it, there's 360. It's not too bad, depends on how you're going to do it. I'd play 2 Zudomon Ace myself, I do. So maybe it gets a little bit expensive there. But besides that, it's not that bad. It really isn't. I think it's one of the better decks on the list, actually. Except maybe Purple Hybrid. Where are we now? Imperial. Yes. Paladin Mode Ace is a lottery card. It's expensive. It's $551. Now, you don't really need that if you want to play Imperial. But Imperial has other lottery cards that you do need to play. Such as Fighter Mode Ace at $300 a pop. Or this lottery card, Dragon Mode, at $166 a pop. It's expensive, doesn't it? Yeah, Imperialdramon here, that's expensive, $55. Or, sorry, that's light play. $77 for near mint, times 4. Pretty penny, after we've already got this card and this card. Your alt art Davis and Kens that you need 4 copies of, $4 each. Not cheap. Not cheap at all. Luckily, your Wormmons and your Vmons have gone down a little bit in price, so like that's not too bad. But there's still a little bit of money, right? The deck is money. This is the most egregious deck right now that's meta relevant to max rarity. I believe. I think. Yeah. Unless you're playing a deck like 4 Blitz Omnis or something. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. There is one deck I forgot about, actually. I lied to you. Let me just bring it up right now. Magnamon X. You will see that at Nationals. You will see it. I don't know why the max rarity version isn't showing up, because I'm dumb and stupid sometimes. But it's got to be around here somewhere. Here it is. Yeah, I forgot about this. This is the most expensive deck to max rarity. And you will see this at Nationals. People will play 3 or 4 copies of this in their Magnamon decks. Whether it be Armor, Magnamon X, or Yellow Vaccine. which is actually an insane deck to max rarity. It's bananas to max rarity that deck. But, yeah, because it's crazy. So, this is probably the kicker that I forgot about until, like, right now. This is crazy. But it's a flex, so if you got 4 of them, might as well, be that guy, eh? And just an honorable mention here. Your Mother Control Shoto decks can get pretty pricey. We do have the max rarity Shadow Striphemon Ace now. It's a lottery card. It adds up. Depending what other cards you play, you might have more lottery cards in there, or you might not. So the deck is kind of expensive to max rarity. Do with it what you will. Yeah, that's it for today, everyone. Just to give you a little bit of a sampling here again to, what it really costs to play this game max rarity. If you're interested, now you know. What do you guys think? You want to see this again? Let me know in the comments. And I guess I'll see you later. Bye!